Okay, good morning. I got to answer some of the questions that you guys had in my stories yesterday, but I'm sitting here. Do you guys see this? I've talked about this before and it drives me freaking crazy. Okay, so I had my spleen removed a number of years ago. I've got a scar from like here to here. And they did like a terrible job they weren't being careful because it was kind of a bit of an emergency. So they cut me open from here to here, stitched me up, and I always have this like flab of some woman actually had reached out to me a couple years ago worrying that it was breast cancer. It was kind of her. It's not. It's a thing of fat over top of a really bad hack job from an emergency splenectomy. It drives me crazy. Now that I've pointed it out, it's probably the only thing that you can see. It's what I look at all the time. Anyways, let's answer this question, okay? So I get being, rushed and busy in the morning, like all the things. My morning routine is different than my evening routine. I only use these 4 products. Okay, so I haven't done my morning routine yet. I'm going to show you. My first step is a calming balancing gel. I'm using obviously the Korean skincare that I have used. It's just over a year. So typically if I'm in my bathroom, I put on the calming balancing gel right out of the shower. This helps with hydration. It helps reduce redness, calm skin. So if you have like redness, rosacea, sensitive skin, it helps to really calm your skin. So this is step 1 for me of Rimon's patented ingredients. So the water content that's within all of the products is not distilled water like we find in a lot of skincare on the market. It is Jeju Energy Lava Water. And I know it sounds crazy, but Rimon has the rights to Jeju Energy Lava Water, which is water found underneath a volcano in Korea. It has been naturally filtered through being underneath the bedrock for over 4,000 years and therefore filled with like minerals and nutrients and things that are actually good for our skin. So the other thing would be it's got the highest concentration of Rimon's giant byung pool plant, which has proven anti-aging properties. So, like fine lines, wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, textured skin, large pores, all of those things, these are helping with. And then my last step is just the dermatology cream. So this was previously called the EX cream. They added the additional exosomes and NMNs within this cream as well. If you don't know what exosomes are, basically they're like little vehicles, right? That take these ingredients and ensure that they get to the cells at the cellular level and penetrate. Because if the products that we're using on our skin is just sitting on the surface, it's not doing anything meaningful, right? You're not going to see any meaningful changes if the skincare that you're using don't have delivery systems to ensure and technology to ensure proper penetration. So that is my morning routine. I want to share with you a few like thoughts and caveats but I can also help you with that. Hold tight. All right, a few things. So number 1, I don't wash my face in the morning. I just splash it with water. That's all I did before I jumped on here. And the reason being is because I have double cleansed in the evening. So I double cleanse with a snow enzyme cleanser and the cleansing oil in the evening before I start my skincare. I alternate a cleansing exfoliant, which is their active cleanup powder, about 2 to 3 times a week. And that doesn't mean I'm doing that as an extra step. I just swap out one of my cleansers for the exfoliator. But here's a few other thoughts because I get often asked, like, where does sunscreen fit in your morning routine? Okay, so at this point, I would put on my sunscreen. However, there are times of the year, where it's super hot and super humid and my skin does not feel dry at all. And, in that case, there are times where I skip this and replace it just with my sunscreen. because if you are in a climate where it's super hot, and everybody's skin is a little bit different, I guess that's my point, that you can play around with this. So although I have all the products based on, you know, the climate, how my skin is feeling, there are times where I will skip this and just go to my sunscreen. So this is sunscreen, is from Remon as well. It has birch sap, it has, I think it's hyaluronic acid as well. Anyways, it helps with elasticity and brightness of your skin at the same time as being a 50 SPF. So you can play around with how your skin is feeling. If it's feeling dry, then use both. If you're feeling that it's not, then you can just go with this in the morning.